So the big news today is insurance, and then Skylar just told us that he got pounded with hail. And so it's great to talk about insurance right now. If your Rivian was out there, it'd be covered. So a lot of great news on insurance. And if I switch over to the actual page here, let me see if I can get it there. I really like just kind of the overview here as far as it's designed using the connected vehicle platform and a suite of safety features. Rivian Insurance covers your vehicles and accessories even when you go off-road. You can bundle your home, recreational equipment, and other vehicles. Initially available in 40 states, we're working to bring Rivian Insurance to every market where our vehicles are made or available. So what's your favorite part about this news today? Some of your top takeaways or just the favorite thing that stuck out to you?
For me, it's a one-stop shop.
Mm-hmm.
Not only between the partnership with Chase, which we talked about ages ago, and we even touched on, Rivian Insurance before. We knew about the job postings, but, we touched on, the ease of if Rivian covers it, possible premiums being lower. And they come right out and say it. You use Driver Plus and we'll lower your premiums, on your next renewal. And then the fact that they're going to cover all of my gear on top of it, it's pretty sweet.
I know that we have our theories on how that works to lower premiums, but let's just go ahead and say it just for the sake of anyone who's listening in, kind of wondering about it, kind of wondering if we have any different takes. What do you guys think about that?
So I think the fact that they're going to offer lower rates for more usage of Driver Plus actually is a huge vote of confidence in the technology. Basically, what it's saying is that Driver Plus is going to be safer than you people manually driving. And so to me, that means that they have confidence that it's a robust system and that it's also a very safe system. And we know that it's starting out with level 2 autonomy capabilities, but it also makes me wonder how much more it's going to be able to do and in what period of time.
That's good. I was kind of going towards that. Jimmy, you look like you're going to jump in there. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not even so much that they're standing behind their technology as much as they're basically willing to get in the car with you. You know what I'm saying? It's like the analogy. They'd get in the car and drive with you as long, not as long as you're using Driver Plus, but to use the analogy of standing behind their product, they're getting in the vehicles. They like Skylar said. They truly believe that Drivers Plus is going to be the safest way for you to drive. And because of it, we will reward you with lower premiums.
Yeah, so that's really good, and I agree. One thing that I started thinking about, because when we think of Driver Plus, I immediately think of this level 2, 2.5, how long will it be till we get to 3? And the thing that sticks out to me about level 2 in particular is more of this kind of highway assist, on-ramp to off-ramp and certain, use cases where they've already basically approved it. And that got me to thinking that maybe from just a sheer statistics standpoint, if you're using Driver Plus, you're in a much lower probability for an accident because, most accidents don't necessarily happen on highways. So then I did a little bit of digging right before this because I had some time as we're waiting to start. And I just kind of typed in vehicle accidents by road type. And I found some interesting things. So first of all, yes, most accidents don't happen on the highway. Most accidents happen in parking lots, backing out in neighborhoods, in rural 2-lane roads, on straightaways. And I live out in the country, and I know that all the time we see people that just get off and they kind of hit a piece of gravel and there it goes. You know what I mean? And so I'm thinking that even the assist of collision. So we know that Driver Plus is going to have some of those collision features, and just to be able to pump the brakes in a parking lot when you're about to bump into a shopping cart, which I don't even know how you do anymore with all these cameras. But, you know, there's blind spots and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, you know, that could really add up and really start to diminish the likelihood of having to pay for like a bumper repair or anything that like insurance would do, let alone like a full total, which when we get to that, lane assist and kind of keeping you from those bad accidents is certainly awesome. So I was just kind of thinking of it from a statistical standpoint and how they might be also relying on that.
Yeah, I mean, talking about small dings and accidents in parking lots kind of makes me want to call it significant other plus.
Is there anything else that was kind of like a favorite thing that stuck out to you with the insurance program?
Well, so a couple of things. I mean, the off-road coverage is interesting. Off-road activities and accidents are often excluded, specifically excluded from a lot of auto insurance policies. And then, you know, Jimmy mentioned coverage for the accessories, which a lot of the time you can do, but you have to be very specific and you have to, you know, acknowledge those and make the insurance carrier aware of those up front. But and I'm really curious to see how they cover all of the rest of the things, the home, the other vehicles, the, you know, recreational vehicles, whatever the case may be. I'm really curious to see what the rates are. The other thing, and I actually emailed in to ask this question, I want to know what the 10 currently excluded states, which ones those are. Yeah.
Did you get any answers?
No. Okay. I got an automated reply, which was very nice. Should receive a response within 24 hours. But yeah, I asked about what are the 10 excluded states, and also when can we expect to see rates?
Now, did you just reach out to Rivian support? And has anyone tried to email the licensed Rivian insurance advisor?
That is what I did.
Okay. Yeah.
I did that outreach via email. But another thing that I do think is interesting, and we actually talked about this in one of the past videos, is, you know, how rates might be able to be lower because they control the replacement parts and the repair centers, at least to an extent. So yeah, I want to get a Rivian quote, and I want to get a third-party quote or quotes for insurance on a Rivian, and just to see how they stack up.
Absolutely. Yeah, they mention that as far as cost, that no one knows the vehicle like they do, and so it helps them offer lower premiums and be efficient, like you were just saying there. I mean, yeah, that's really cool. Anything else there, Jimmy? Is anything popping out to you that you want to get in here?
So in on the Facebook, one of the Facebook forums, Rivian did comment back that it's actually going to be at launch. They're expecting 48 states to be covered.
Okay.
Right out the gate, the two that aren't going to be covered, crazy enough, are going to be Illinois and Texas.
Oh, really? Nice.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Man.
No.
Good
Alaska,
thing I didn't have it on.
And Louisiana.
All right, go ahead.
Alaska and Louisiana are the two that are TBD at this point, from what they're saying.
I was going to say, if I go back to this page, Illinois is not covered, and yet it's Rivian Insurance Services LLC is an Illinois insurance agency. Interesting. Okay, good.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Illinois, or no, I'm even screwing it up. Alaska and Louisiana were the two that they said.
I'll fall for any joke that Jimmy does on me, and if you want to know what that means, then freaking subscribe, because we're going to talk about how he made these for me and sent them to me from Rivian, and it was from him. We will detail this in another episode. Subscribe to see it. I'm not laughing. All All right. Anything else then? Anything else with the insurance? That's good news about the 48, and then they'll get to 50. I'm sure at some point. I mean, I've thought about a couple of things. I thought it's hilarious. This story first broke. I forget which publication it was, but it was quickly in 5 or 6. And I gave some of the comments a little peruse, and I was surprised at how many people were just kind of saying, "Oh, like yet another thing they're copying off of Tesla." And I'm like, I understand, but if someone's blazing a good model, then do it. But what impresses me is that, correct me if I'm wrong, but Tesla's still just in California, right? So even at 40 now and then 48, 48 in another couple months. I mean, call it copying or call it just doing it a lot better. And I know that there's still so much to see here at rates and all that kind of stuff, which I think that they will be competitive. I mean, I have State Farm for my home and autos, and State Farm is headquartered out of Bloomington, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's some sort of resource there that that they're tapping into. Obviously, State Farm is quite a big insurance agency, so who knows what's going on there. But I'm excited for that, and I think that it's a great move by Rivian. And again, I do feel like that it was better than what I was expecting as far as being able to possibly or just see what it would be like to roll in the home and any other toys that you're going to try and pull behind the Rivian. So that's cool.
And I thought about that. I mean, would I lose, some bundled discounts by using Rivian's insurance just for the Rivian, or how is that all going to work? So pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I know for me personally, I mean, we've got obviously the Tesla, we're getting the Rivian, we've got a house, we have a Yakima trailer with 2 $4,000 kayaks sitting on it that we actually also insure because of how expensive they are. If I could wrap that all into one payment and not have to worry about moving, setting up different bill pays for, automated payments for those things, why not? Especially if the rate is as competitive as it could be, or should be. That's just one of those things that just kind of makes sense.
Yeah. My biggest concern actually is after year 1, when it comes to renewal time, is Rivian going to like the way that Skylar Plus drives? I'm a little concerned. I might just have to switch carriers at that point. I don't know.
But I mean, also on the flip side of that, though, I mean, yes, they're monitoring the vehicles at all times, but I guess the thing that we'd have to figure out is where do they draw the line on what they are? Are they only looking at it once there's a collision detected, or and then they go back through the footage, or you go back through the data?
I've thought the same thing too. There's all kinds of privacy concerns these days from many people, and you kind of just like this idea that like Big Brother's always watching, just kind of would push some people away, a lot of people away maybe. And the other thing that stinks is like, well, I know that for at least the first couple of months, I'm just going to have people that I'm giving a ride, and they're going to think that I'm flooring it just because I'm a maniac driver. But no, I have a friend in here, and I want to show them what 0 to 60 feels like in 3 seconds, So don't judge me, Driver Plus, don't judge me, people who are watching. I just have a friend here. I'm just trying to sell a Rivian for you. Rivian, don't dock my insurance.
That's right.
Right. I mean, I can't imagine, they're selling this vehicle as an adventure vehicle, and they're, a truck with a 0 to 60 time of 3 seconds. You don't brag about that and then go, don't do it. It's. Am I worried about them looking at my driver history? No, not until I get into a car accident. But that's my opinion. I could be wrong.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have Flo Lexa looking over our shoulder, guys.
Very nice.
Hilarious. Yep. Hey, folks, thanks for watching. If you get a chance, please check us out at rivianstories.com. And every like, subscribe, and share helps. Thanks again.